what's up, man?
What the fuck? Dude, like, come on, be real.
Just came to get a drink, man, with the boys.
A fucking drink. Who are you, bro? Yo, dog, not a pie.
So I just got done reading the last chapter of the My Hero Academia manga, chapter 430. And I gotta say, it's not the worst ending in storytelling history, but in my opinion, it felt very, very rushed and left us with more questions than answers. And real quick, I'm not going to go over every single detail that happened in this chapter, since you all probably already know what happened. So the biggest thing that happened in this chapter was an 8-year time skip. We finally see all of Class 1A as adults. They're all pro heroes doing their thing. And then you have Deku, who's the only one who didn't become a pro hero because he lost his quirk. So he decided to become a teacher at UA, which is not the worst thing in the world. I definitely could see him doing that. Like, I was thinking he would do something like that after he was like done being a hero for good, like the man retired. Later on in the chapter, he says after we became adults, it's been hard getting our days off to coincide and meet up. And the guy who usually posts the leaks worded that hella wrong. He worded it as they barely went to see him, like they chose not to see him. And that sent the fandom on a rampage with all kinds of memes and jokes about Class A ghosting this man straight after graduation.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's
Oh,
up?
yeah, get that nigga out of here.
So dance, while I put you in a trance. Let's party, boogie in your body.
I ain't gonna lie, some of the jokes I saw had me dying. So later on in the chapter, he speaks to a kid. The kid asks him if I could be a hero like you. My quirk is not as cool, and Deku basically tells him that yes, you can be a hero, kid. Sort of like a rinse and repeat of what All Might said to him years before. Speaking of All Might, he shows up with a gift for Deku. He says that the data from my fight against All For One 8 years ago opened up some crazy possibilities apparently. And what he looks like he's given to Izuku is a suitcase. And what's in the suitcase is some high-tech armor, similar to what All Might wore in his final battle against All For One. And he said it was created by a friend from the US alongside Hatsume, and it was funded by Class A alumni, with Bakugo leading the charge. Pretty much meaning he put the most money down for it. And to be honest, Bakugo's a real one for that. He knew ever since they were little it's been Deku's dream to be a hero, and he wanted him back out there instead of being on the sidelines. The only thing I'm wondering about is, why was he the one who put the most money down? Didn't he have 3 classmates that came from wealthy ass families? You got Todoroki, where his dad was the number 2 hero for years. I know Endeavor wasn't out there putting his life on the line for free. Then you got Momo, who comes from one of the richest families in Japan. But moving on from that, Deku obviously accepts the armor from All Might, and then that's when Bakugo shows up out of nowhere, and he says, "Let's go, Deku." And then the last page is all of Class 1A as adults, and Deku is with them, wearing his armor, and he's back to being a hero. The end. So, do I like the ending? Not really, but it's not the worst ending. I just feel like it was really rushed. Like Hirokashi just wanted to get this crap over with so he could finally relax and enjoy life. Or maybe he just didn't want to write it anymore. There are some manga writers who've done that in the past. And from what I remember, it was supposed to be Deku being the greatest hero in the world. Or that was just only for a couple of months after he saved the world from Shigaraki. Cause think about it, in the beginning of the story, he clearly states that this is a story on how I became the greatest hero. But I'm gonna be honest, it really didn't feel like it. To me, Deku's ending didn't leave me satisfied, cause 8 years pass, he's just a teacher making teacher salary, no statues of him, no merch of him, no girl, no toys, nothing. Bro only had a quirk for like 2 years or a year and a half.
See these two, man. Come on, man. You know why they're laughing? Come on, man. Because they would.
To me, his ending was just a little bittersweet. I mean, I know he's back out there now, but the fact that in the end, I feel like Hirokashi changed what was supposed to be the end game. And the end game was supposed to be Deku still having one for all and being the #1 and strongest hero in the world. And also, there was little to no relationship development from any of the characters in the last chapter. I was expecting at least some development between Deku and Uraraka. as I honestly thought that was going to be the only ship that was going to become canon due to them having many key moments with each other and inspiring each other to do better, and it being very obvious that she had a crush on him since day one. Hell, she's even the reason he chose the name Deku as his hero name.
You know what? I like Deku. It could make a great hero name. Plus, I think it sounds kinda cute.
Deku it is! Just like that?
And then next, who the hell is Deku's dad? The only time they ever mentioned his dad was the very beginning of the manga, where Deku's mom told the doctor his father's quirk was that he can breathe fire from his mouth. And then that's it. After that, nothing. I remember all the fan theories that people were saying that his dad was all for one. Ugh, I would have hated that. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I was bugged out about from the ending. Like I said before, do I like the ending? Nah, not really. But it's not entirely the worst ending. It could have been worse in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, Deku still becomes a hero and gets to live out his dream. Even though he was robbed 8 years of his life being a damn teacher. And also real quick, there's going to be an even bigger My Hero Academia announcement that's going to be scheduled on August 5th, 6 p.m. Japanese time. And that can mean many things. What I'm hoping for is we get a continuation of the story, similar to what we got with Naruto, with it transitioning to Naruto Shippuden. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't want this series to end off the way it did. I would love to see Deku with his new power suit and see how it performs when he's out there on the field. And I would like to see how Class 1A performs as well and explain how they got to where they are now. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments of what your thoughts about the ending were. That's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next.